Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to look at a really cool game designed by Nick Daniels. Now, I cannot pronounce this name of the game. I've never been able to, and I still can't. And this is Blacksmiths of Steinnheimr, probably. So, this game is a 2 to 4 player game where it's a worker placement game, and you're going to be trying to craft weapons and craft armor or give out ore to the town to meet different goals and gain points. And the person with the most points at the end of the game wins. Now, I got to play this game as a prototype, and man, did I love it. It was an amazing game. I had so much fun. Super easy to teach. Took it out to conventions and had just a blast with this game. So I was super happy when they sent me the final copy of the game that I can never pronounce. So let's go down to the table. I'll give you a general overview of the game itself, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so this is Blacksmiths of Steinnheimr. In this game, you're going to be trying to craft swords, shields, armor of different types, and gain points throughout the game to have the most points at the end of the game. This is going to be a 2 to 4 player game, and setup for the game is really, really simple. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to shuffle this item deck, put 5 items out, shuffle this town deck, put 3 town cards out, shuffle this upgrade deck, put 3 upgrade cards out, shuffle this bonus objective deck, and put 2 bonus objectives out. The rest of this deck will go back in the box. Place a worker on the market, the silver mine, and the furnace. Simply give every other player a worker and pick someone to be the first player, and they will get the first player token. You'll never have more than 1 worker in this entire game. It is a worker placement game where the mechanism is going to be you place a worker, do the action, pick up a worker, do the action. Now, you can't pick up the worker that you've placed, so that'll be available for someone else. Okay, so how do you win this game, and how does the game end? Well, the game ends when a specific number of items have been created based on player count. So if it's a 2-player game, 10 items. If someone has created 10 items, the game will end. If so, in a 3-player game, 8 items, and a 4-player game, 6 items. The other way the game can end is going to be if the town deck runs out. And when the game end is triggered, you'll continue on that round so that everyone has an even number of turns. So if the first player ended the round, or ended the game, every other player would get a turn. If the player to the left of the first player ended the game, then the game would be over. Everyone had equal number of turns. In this game, you're going to be placing a worker down in an open location. So I could maybe pick the mithril mines. In here, I'll get 1 mithril ore. And there's 2 sides to this, these chips. So you make sure you're on the right side. This is the ore, and this is the ingot. So I would get 1 mithril ore if I went there. Then I could pick up a worker, and if I picked up a worker, I would get 2 silver ore. Make sure it's on the silver ore side. Then the next player would take their turn. So there's multiple different locations you can go on here, and each do a different thing. So here, if I go here to the furnace, I actually get to convert my ingots into my ore into ingots. And when I go there, I get to pick 1 ore type. So if I pick the silver, I would flip both the silvers over to the ingot side. That's that one. Here I get 3 iron ingots. Here I get 2 silver. Here I get 2 gold. And here I get 1 mithril. Now, you also can go to the market. And the market's an interesting thing because you're going to go from the most valuable to the least valuable. So in this row, it's going to show you the most valuable to least valuable. So you have least value is iron, silver, gold, then mithril. So I could trade 2 iron ore for 1 silver, or 2 silver ore for 1 gold, or 2 gold for 1 mithril. I can also go the opposite direction. I can change 1 mithril to 2 gold, 1 gold to 2 silver, 1 silver to 2 iron. And that same conversion works for ingots. So if I have an ingot, so if I have an iron ingot, I can trade an iron ingot or 2 iron ingots in for 1 silver ingot. Now you can never trade ore for ingots, but that's what the market does. The next thing you can do is you can go up to the anvil up here. And if you go up to the anvil up here, you can make one of these items. And all you need to do to make this item is have what it shows in here. And this one, you're going to need 3 gold and 1 iron ingot. So you're going to need 3 gold ingots and 1 iron ingot to build that. One thing I need to roll back real quick is I forgot each player also starts with 2 coins. So don't forget that, because we're going to get to that space. So at the beginning game, everybody starts with 2 coins. Sorry about that. All right, so that's what you're going to do for building items. You just simply have to have the ingots shown on there to build the items. The other place you can go is go into the town. And going to the town, you just need to have what it shows on here to donate to the town to get the points. So here, if I turn in 2 silver ore, I'll get 3 points. Here, if I turn in 2 mithril ore, I get 5 points, and so on. And once you get these cards, a new card will flip over, so those will be available. The last space is going to be the Blacksmithing Guild, and the Blacksmithing Guild is going to be where you're going to be using your coins. Now, the Blacksmithing Guild here, oh, also, how to get more coins. The Town Hall, if you're not going to pick up one of these, you can just get 3 coins. So that's how you can get more coins in the game, among other things. These ones will give you abilities. So if I pay 4 coins for this card right here, Town Supplier, all town cards now award 2 additional victory points. Really cool. So you can pick these cards up. Some of them make it easier for you to do building items. Some of them make it easier for the town hall. Some of them all do different things. Like here's expanded storage. You can now have up to 10 resources at a time. One thing I didn't mention, you can only have up to 8 resources at a time. So that's any of these, whether they're ore or ingot. So these upgrade cards are very important. They can help you out immensely in the game. And they can be interesting to get because of the money cost and making sure that you do things to get your money. This 3 town here will pretty much guarantee you just about any card that's in this deck, with a couple exceptions. So cool actions to go to town and then pick this one up to do the Blacksmith Guild and get a cool ability. And these abilities really help out throughout the game. So they're really well worth it. Endgame scoring is simply the face value of these cards. And any upgrade cards that give you endgame bonuses, you would put those into effect. And then you would also look at the objectives that were put out there for the game. Here, players with the most iron, town, and item cards will get 5 points. Here, players with the most mithril, town, and item cards will get 5 points. And ties are friendly. So that, in essence, is how you play the game. Let's go ahead back up to the table here, and I'll give you my final thoughts. Okay, I really like Blacksmiths of Steinnheimr. I hope that's how you pronounce it. But anyway, still can't pronounce it. Love this game. Played it a ton. Played the prototype a ton. Played this game a ton. Great 2 to 4 player worker placement game. Has one of my favorite worker placement elements of any game out there, and that's going to be place a meeple, do the action, retrieve a meeple, do the action. You can see that mechanism in games from like Garfield games with Raiders of the North Sea and such. Really love that mechanism and wish more games did it. This game does it great. I really like all the different strategies that you can go through, and it is fun, fast, and like I said, easy to teach. So if you're looking for a great worker placement game that meets all these criteria, I would highly recommend checking out Blacksmiths of Steinnheimr. Still probably not pronouncing it correctly. Thank you for watching.